They say sorry. And for 1 second, it feels like the conversation is finally going somewhere. Then you hear the rest of it. I'm sorry you feel that way. Or, I'm sorry, but I was just trying to explain. Or, I already apologized. Why are you still upset? And suddenly, the apology is not pointing at what happened anymore. It is pointing at you, your feelings, your reaction, your inability to just move on. That is the part that gets confusing. Because technically, they did apologize. They used the word, they looked uncomfortable, maybe they even sounded sincere, but somehow, after the apology, you feel worse. And by the end of the conversation, you are not talking about what hurt you. You are trying to make them feel better about hurting you. That is the hidden shift. A real apology has a direction. It faces the action. It says, I did that. It says, I understand why that landed badly. It says, here's what changes next. A fake apology points somewhere else. It points at your feelings. I'm sorry you feel that way. That sounds polite, but listen to what it actually names. It does not name what they said. It does not name what they did. It names the fact that you feel something. So now the problem is not the comment. The problem is your response to the comment. Another version sounds like this. I'm sorry, but I was only trying to help. That one starts like repair, then immediately turns into a defense. Now you are supposed to respond to their intention. You are supposed to say, I know you meant well. You are supposed to soften the moment for them. And maybe they did mean well. That can be true. But meaning well does not erase the impact. It just explains where the impact came from. Then there is the apology that closes the door too early. I already apologized. That one treats sorry like a receipt, like the word was handed over, so now the conversation should be finished. But repair is not finished just because someone said the right word. If nothing was named, nothing was understood, and nothing changes next time, then the apology did not actually do much. It only moved the pressure onto you to accept it. And this is where the trap usually shows up. Their face drops, their voice gets smaller. They say, I guess I can never do anything right. Or, fine, I'm just a terrible person. And now the conversation changes shape. If you keep talking about what hurt you, you feel cruel. If you comfort them, the original issue disappears. So you say, no, that is not what I mean. You say, I'm not saying you're a bad person. You say, I know you did not mean it like that. And without noticing it, you are now doing emotional cleanup for the person who just apologized to you. That is why this kind of apology feels so strange. It does not always sound aggressive. Sometimes it sounds sad. Sometimes it sounds tired. Sometimes it sounds like someone who wants credit for apologizing without staying in the conversation long enough to repair anything. So the question is not just, did they say sorry? The better question is, where did the apology point? Did it point toward the action or toward your reaction? Did it make the situation clearer? Or did it make you responsible for calming them down? Did it open a door to repair, or did it shut the conversation before anything changed? You do not have to attack the apology to bring it back. You can say, I hear that you're sorry. I still need us to talk about what actually happened. That line matters because it does not get pulled into proving whether they are good or bad. It keeps the focus on the moment. Another version is, I'm not asking you to feel guilty. I'm asking you to understand the impact. That is the difference. Guilt is about how they feel about themselves. Impact is about what happened between you. And if every apology turns into managing their guilt, eventually you learn to stop bringing things up. Not because the problem is gone, because the repair process costs too much. So when an apology still blames you, pay attention to the direction. If it points at your tone, your timing, your sensitivity, or your inability to drop it, then it may not be repair yet. It may just be the same argument wearing a softer voice. Because a real apology should not give you another job. It should not make you comfort the person who hurt you before the hurt has even been named. And it should not turn your reaction into the real problem. An apology is supposed to face what happened. If it keeps turning back toward you, that is the blind spot.